It's 8 hours. Jesus.
Jeez. You think I am?
Yeah.
Wait for this thing to pop up so I can pause it.
Yeah, this definitely went a lot smoother than last time because like I didn't have Google Chrome on this, you know what I mean? So,
right.
But now I had it, I was like, well, that was a hell of a lot more easier.
Oh, yeah. What's going on? Hello from Ohio. I have another guy in here from Ohio, and his name is Solo Cuts Landscaping.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man?
Oh, you see it? Hanging out?
So I do notice you have landscaping in your name.
Yeah.
And you are a solo owner operator. And for me, one of the hardest things in the world is taking on any landscaping job solo because I feel like it sucks up so much of my time because I have such a full schedule for mowing. It's like I can't take on any of this stuff, man.
Yeah. So luckily with what I'm doing, I'm able to – I've actually not taken on a crap ton of mowing customers.
Right.
So it's like I do all my cutting at the beginning of the week. So that way it leaves like the tail end of my week and the weekend for my landscape job. So it's like what I don't do in mowing, you know what I mean? Say you're cutting, you know, say 40 lawns, whatever, 50 lawns, whatever it is. Well, it's like, you know, I kind of flip that to where it's like mowing less customers, but I'm picking up, you know, those landscaping jobs like for the weekend and, you know, later in the week. So
there's definitely much more money in it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot harder, you know what I mean? But I get more, I think we talked about it before. I get more like gratification. Like when, you know, there's times where it's like, I'm taking people's houses from having nothing, absolutely nothing to, you know, giving them a landscape all around their house, you know what I mean? And just seeing from like beginning to end, I don't know. It's just real appealing to me. And then that's something I want to really get more into, you know what I mean? So like landscaping, some like brick paver work eventually. So, but just taking it as, you know, as
and that's the same way I feel about mowing. It's like a lot of these customers I've had for 4 and 5 years, and it's like I'm almost annoyed mowing them. But the minute I get new clients or switch something out, there's nothing better than taking someone's yard that you've never been on and just making it look like your yard has never looked like this. You know, striped up, edges are so super crispy.
Oh, yeah.
That stuff's awesome to me. I love it. Kind of same thing you're saying of landscaping is just taking nothing and turning it into something awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Especially, like you said, especially if they're in a neighborhood where like not a lot of people, you know, stripe yards, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then like that one stands out and it's like, that's my mark, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's definitely, don't get me wrong, I still like putting them stripes on the yards, but there's something like the landscaping end though. It's a lot of fun, especially because I, you know, figure out like a design myself and everything, you know, and then send it to them and then try and bring it to life for them really.
Use a program for that?
Really, so I got the iMac and it's all on Pages. So it's like, you know, I mean, it's not like someone where it's like I'm putting, you know, have a picture of their house and then putting these plants in front of their house and all that. It's just kind of like just a generic form of it, but I'm taking just images of plants, whatever, and forming them around. I got some stuff on my Instagram, I think of it, but yeah, but it still gives them an idea of what they're going to be getting. And so that way they can kind of have a visual. And I know a couple people that I've done, like they actually appreciated the fact of seeing what it was going to be instead of being like, oh yeah, I'll plant some plants in there for you and we'll make it look
good. Just wing it and drop some plant names. I'm going to put 2 Dolomite Dorfuses over there. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
A couple questions in here. Someone wants to know if you can do a review on the new 2019 Hustler Raptor.
I actually do not have the Raptor. I have the Fast Track SD, which I think they started making the SDX now.
But you may be talking about from the GIE Expo too. I don't know. It didn't go all the way.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yep. Yeah, I do plan on stopping by the Hustler booth because obviously that's my mower brand and everything. So definitely want to get out there and just talk to them, introduce myself, and just, you know, see what new they have because I know they got some sweet equipment. They just got into the stand-on game.
Yep, the Super S I like a lot.
Yeah. And
they're actually made here. They're made in Kansas. They're not too far away from me at all.
Gotcha. Oh yeah. So I actually talked to my dealer about it, and hopefully I can next year get a demo with them. But he says, I mean, they've been selling fairly well, and I guess the cut quality is pretty good too. So, but I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical. Like, I think I talked to Danny one time where it's like if I was to buy one of Hustler, I'd probably wait for like the second gen to come out. You know, let him work out the kinks of the first one.
And that should be anything. That's anything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I do plan on stopping by there though and getting some footage with them.
Oh yeah. Someone has, I need a recommendation for a stand-on mower. I live in Indiana. Love the channel. I don't like giving recommendations because something that might work for me may not work for you, but I do love my Gravely Pro Stance 52, but I am 6 foot tall, 275 pounds. There's things I put into it. I mean, I demoed the crap out of the Skag V-Ride 1, which is probably one of the favorite standers that everyone likes that Blake always had. I couldn't stand it, man. Little hills, the front end has no weight. It would pop up on me, so I needed a mower that weighed a little bit more. And I mean, there's just so many options. The best way I can answer that question is you just got to test them out and find out which one you like the best.
Yeah, because I actually started off with the Cub Cadet 60 inches commercial. You know what I mean? But the difference between, so I had a Cub Cadet 60 inch, and then now my Hustler is a 54 inch. It weighs like 400 pounds less.
Right.
You know, it's a smaller motor, whatever. But because it has like my Cub Cadet only had like a 10-inch wheelbase. This one has 12. And it's like the hillside, like it couldn't hold a hill to save its life. And that's what I live on is a hill. And that's some of the properties I do are hills. But it's like my Hustler, man, just that wider wheelbase. And I mean, it just, there's really not, around here, I could probably hold any hill I want. And it's just like, but you don't know unless you try it. You know what I mean? So,
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I say, I run that 36 standard and I run the 52 standard. 36 I won't take on a hill. So if I have a small backyard that has hills, obviously they're going to get upcharged, and I still have my Encore 36 walk behind just because that is the mower. And I'm saying Encore, but like that 36-inch walk behind platform, man, you can do anything with that mower. There's nothing you can't take on with one of those.
Yeah. I actually do
if you need to, I guess.
Yeah, I do look into getting a standard eventually, just because I mean, it's like a 36, you know what I mean? Because that just opens up your
But like you said, if you have if you have a ton of hills, I wouldn't recommend it.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it would be, you know, if I was like working like with two mowers, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you need something to get in the gates, and you need something to just do work with.
Yeah, because I get calls all the time about, you know, taking on an in-town property. And first thing I ask is it a gated backyard? Is some have to be push mode? Yeah. Sorry. Don't take. I do not want to push on. I do not.
I don't either. But I don't know. There's something about me. Like I know the majority of those small yards under 32-inch gates are usually elderly clients for me. I don't know. I'm kind of a softy that way. So I always keep a 30-inch. I have like a Toro Time Master I keep on the trailer just because I know these people. You know, they literally can't do it. And I have a minimum for what I do. And usually I'll just charge them the minimum no matter what.
Yeah.
It takes me a little longer. To me, walking is just something I need to do every now and then, you know. So it's just one of those things. But being productive, 100% agree with you.
Yeah. It's just, you know, with the, like, especially working full time and everything, like I have been super picky about like where I'm at. You know what I mean? Like I want to
absolutely
trying to, you know, pick up as many in a centralized area as I can. Cause it's like, especially, you know, doing both things, like I have to get as much done as I possibly can as short a time as possible.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, you know, if it's like, you know, on the other side of town or whatever, and it's like push mowing just isn't appealing to me. And, you know, so, but.
See, and that's what's great because I'm the same way. Everything I do besides maybe one property is within a 9-mile radius.
Yeah.
So if I have 3 days that are 100% legit and no chances of rain, I can do 45 properties in 3 days, no problem solo.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just do them.
Yeah.
But I like to give myself that. I mean, you'll burn yourself out doing that stuff. So I try to do like 10 to 12 a day. That way I have a schedule. It's kind of like having a full-time job. I'm working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And that's another thing too, is like this year I've had calls, you know, like for commercial accounts and everything. And it's just like, I have to watch what I'm doing. Cause like, if I get held up at work, you know, then that pushes my, you know, my regulars down. And then it's like, I'd hate to just get into a pinch to where it's like, I'm making a bad name for myself now because I have this commercial account that just got put back, you know, like 5 days, whatever, you know what I mean? You just don't know. Yeah. You know,
I'd say 70% of what I do is residential. So the 20 to 30% of commercial I have, those people always, you know, they have it dedicated the way they want it. They want it to look good for that week. They usually want it done on a Sunday or early Monday morning.
Yep.
You know, so you can just continue on through that. So it's part of that scheduling thing.
Yep. Yeah.
What we got? Handy. Planning on buying a Stihl new BR 800 with a killer side start. Yeah, man. Luckily, since Stihl kind of picked me up as not really an ambassador, whatever they want to call it, I think they're actually going to be sending me one of those for free to do some videos on and stuff like that. So, dude, I am super stoked for that opportunity. But I also like purchasing things because it gives me write-offs. So a lot of times when these companies send me free stuff, it's like, oh, now I got this, and I can't write it off. So
let's do a giveaway, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm super excited for that, man. It's a little bit, and I wouldn't say new technology. The technology is still the same as a Polestar. It's just an idea. I love testing products that have solved some sort of problem. That's why I love the Darwins grip. That's why I love the Golden Edge. Even that guy that has the trimmer attachment where you put a spool on your trimmer. It's like, okay, it's kind of corny, kind of goofy, but the dude took an issue and he's trying to solve the problem. I love that kind of stuff because everybody complains about the same thing. Everyone's complained about having to turn their backpack blower off, taking it off, putting it on the ground, restarting it because someone wanted to talk to you. Now they took those complaints and issues and they tried to solve the problem. So I'm super excited about that.
Yep, absolutely. Especially like with the string, you know, I saw it on your video, you know, but it's like, just think if you're doing like an HOA or something and you're, you know, 10 yards down from your truck, you want to walk all the way back to, you know, re-spool your line or just have it right there if you need it. So I think that's what, like at the GIE, that's one thing I said in my video is like, just seeing like those small companies that haven't broke through yet, but what kind of little thing they have that could, like I said, be the next big thing.
And it's tough, dude. I'm not going to lie to you. The GIE Expo is extremely tough. And what I mean by that is you can't cover it in one day. It's impossible. There is so much crap going on, so much stuff to see. So, I mean, it's difficult. It's difficult. Trust me.
Yeah. Luckily I'm there for the 3 days. So I get to hopefully get to cover some ground. But
yeah, I'll be there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I'm leaving Saturday morning, but I'll be there Tuesday, getting there in the evening.
I planned on staying all the way through Friday night, but waterfowl season kicks in Saturday morning. So I'm coming back Friday night so that way I can be out there for Saturday morning. But
I went with Randy, did some dove hunting stuff this year. I've never been big into hunting. I think I will be getting into it. I've always just been like such a huge fisherman, dude, nonstop. I like the fact, at least in fishing, I can catch something and let it go. I can't pop a deer in the chest and say, oh, you can go free now, you know? So it's like, it's one of those things. I want to hunt. I just don't want to do the other part after it. I don't want to deal with all that mess. You know?
Yeah. It comes with the territory.
And I don't like it. I don't like deer meat. So if I was out there shooting like brisket and pulled pork, you're going to sign me up.
Shoot a big heifer, be like, oh yeah.
Run, cow, you got 3 minutes.
Yeah.
But bird hunting, dude, too, it looks like a blast watching these guys because it's so much more difficult.
Yeah, and plus, like the best part about it though is, you know, I'm in a tree stand because I whitetail hunt too. So I'm in a tree stand. It's like I'm sitting by myself. I'm quiet. I'm still not talking. You know, you're just whatever. Which is nice though because you just get to go out there and just hear some nature and be quiet and get away from things. But like, you know, if you're in a duck blind with some guys, like you get to shoot the breeze. You know, like we'll bring a little Coleman's grill, cook some breakfast out there. You know what I mean? So it's more the camaraderie, you know, with waterfowl. But they're both fun though. I love them both though.
Oh yeah. Let's see here. We got some other questions.
Hey, so nice to meet you. Andy's wife, by the way. Hello, Andrea.
I've been debating on a stand on my broke out. The walk behind the other day has saved me on saturated yards for sure, dude. Way smaller footprint, lighter mower, absolutely. I have a question. What are some tips on starting a new mowing business? It depends all on your situation. Do you have a full-time job right now? Work with the essentials and build your way up, dude. I'm serious. And everyone says it, and it sounds stupid. If you have a vehicle, you don't even need a trailer. Can you carry this stuff? You need one push mower. You need one trimmer. You need one blower. That's it. And if you do 4 yards after work, and say you were a lowballer, and I hate people that lowball, always get your value for what you're worth. But say you did $25 a yard. You did 4 yards after work each day. You're making $100 every single day extra. Now, I wouldn't want you doing them for $25 because you should be worth more than that. But I'm just saying, it doesn't take much. And use that money that you're making in your business to build your business. So that first year, you're just kind of saving, doing your thing. Next year, dude, you'll have more than enough money to buy stuff, build a business, and then debate on yourself whether you want to do it full time. Like I was actually talking with Dylan before we got on here, and I was telling him the same thing. He works a full-time job right now and mows after work. I would still be doing that to this day if I didn't have a job that I hated. I hated my job. I didn't like it. It wasn't fun. It was dragging me to death, man. I worked there for 12, 13 years. But if I still had a job and I love that job, man, I'd be doing 2 jobs each day and make more money.
Yeah. And it really all does depend on everything, because it's like, I mean, like in that video I posted on, on Instagram, where it's like, I just, for our house, I needed a bigger, a stronger mower for the hills that we have, or else I'd burn up a residential mower in no time.
Yeah.
So it's like, I kind of fell into just like, all right, well, I'll just pick up a couple yards just to make the payment. Well, then I just, posted some pictures on Facebook. I got some more phone calls about whatever. And then I was like, all right, well, let's just see where this thing goes. And then, just keep doing it, year after year. And eventually it gets to where, you are getting phone calls and people are actually taking you seriously as something, so just start where you can, if it's something you really want to do. Heck, don't, dive into it and not know if there's something you want to do, because you don't want to be stuck with a bunch of money and equipment that you're not going to use.
Right. And that's always been a stigma, like what you're saying, doing your thing, putting your pitches out there so people take you seriously. Because for some reason in our industry, people don't take the lawn care guy seriously. No. He's some burnout, he's some drug addict or whatever. Yep. It's just not realistic. I take extreme quality in what I do, to the point I will nitpick what other companies are doing. I know the product I can put out there, and I put out the best product. And next year, because I did the same thing this year, what I bitched about not doing, I'm valuing myself that way. My minimums are going up. What I'm doing is going up because I'm providing a service that is a premium service. Every day I do the best I can on your lawn, whether that sounds stupid or not. It's just what it is. Because you see those guys that are just out there, 3 guys hop out of a truck and they do the shittiest job you've ever seen in your life because they mow it in 5 minutes and nobody cares.
Yep.
But as an owner operator, it's my business and I care about the product I'm putting out there.
Especially those big companies, where there's, which, if you want to be a big company and send out a bunch of crews, awesome. But it's like, I know some companies around here where it's like, you almost want to go up to that customer and be like, look, like, you're just another yard. Do you want to be someone that like is just like, that guy gives no, he's working for someone else doing, whatever. So it's like, he don't give 2 rats about really what it looks like. He just knows it has to be cut today. And then that's that. You want to be someone like that, or someone that actually cares about the way their property looks and is actually going to give it the attention to make it look great, not just be another property on the list, So
yeah, because if you're going out to join, the lawn care community or make a lawn care business, don't be that person. Be that person that's going to do even better than I am, or even better than Dylan is. You want to put out the best product, so you are the best in your area.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ranked #1 on Google right now. So if people are calling me, I expect them to know that I'm one of the best in my area at what I'm doing. I can't take on 1 billion clients, but I would hate to be the guy who's #1 on Google and have the worst service ever. Just wouldn't make sense.
That's like, I went to, actually did just a small fall cleanup job a couple weeks ago. And when I gave the estimate, I was wearing my polo, whatever, tucked in, clipboard, all that. Well, when I showed up to do the job, though, she was like, "Oh, where's your help at?" And I said, "Oh, no, I don't have help. Like, I'm, it's just me." And it was almost like she was kind of taken back from it, because she was like, "Wait a minute, like, it definitely did not seem that way." But then when she was done, she was like, "Holy," you know what I mean? Like, "I cannot believe that you did this." You know what I mean? Like, just me by myself. You know what I mean? She was like, "There's no way I would think one person would want to do this." And to most, one person probably wouldn't. But right now, I don't have a choice. Like, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, definitely, it's,
because how many businesses do you call where the owner shows up to provide your service? You're not going to call the heating and plumbing place very often, and they're going to send out a technician. They're not going to send out the dude who owns the company.
Yeah, absolutely.
We had some questions. Let me scroll up here. Stuff goes by super fast, which sucks. Can you guys give my 11-year-old daughter, Paige Conrad, a shout out? Paige, what's going on? Andy here with Cut and Clean Lawn Care, and I'm officially giving you a shout out, which is weird because I'm shouting out a person, not a thing. If you had an Instagram, like, hey, go check out Paige's Instagram. But I'm shouting out Paige as a person. Paige, let me get close to the mic.
Yeah, that's cool.
And say shout out to Paige Conrad. Have you heard of Red Max? Yes, I've heard of Red Max. I've used a lot of Red Max stuff. The thing I hate about Red Max trimmers is when you turn it over to Edge with it, it wants to die all the time. But the blower, man, that EBZ 8500, it's a good blower. My wife says, "What's up? Nice to meet you. If you weren't celebrities, you could get through easier." I don't even know what that means. I don't consider myself a celebrity, and anyone who considers me a celebrity, I feel sorry for you, man. Not a celebrity, bro. Far from it. I like that Instagram video from B&B Lawn Care. He appreciates that. I'm going to go ahead and answer that question for Dylon. You're ranked higher than B&B in certain areas. I am, man. In Kansas City, you got unlocked, but check them outside regions, bro. Cut and Clean comes up first. But there is no competition because me and Blake pass stuff off to each other all the time, man. We're both pretty much solo owner operators. He does have help, but we can only take on so much. And I have other companies I network with too. How did you bid your fall cleanups? I haven't yet because they're just now kind of falling. So I'm waiting for those calls. I'm hoping Blake gets what Blake says he's going to get, is one of those little leaf sucking up things.
I actually have a bagger on order for mine.
Yeah.
Because our leaves are just starting to fall too. And I'm going to be sending out flyers here like within the next week, probably next week when I get back from everything.
I'll be honest with you, man. I would rather just blow and like tarp that crap up on the trailer because I used the accelerator bagger on my stander last year. And you won't believe how many times I had to dump that thing over and over again on the lawn. It was almost more of a headache. I'll be honest with you.
Because I'm getting the bagger. It has like 3 bags.
Oh yeah, you got a sit down zero turn.
Yeah.
So you got one of the big like 15-gallon baggers or whatever.
But
yeah, I had like a little side bagger.
I tarped last year, and it was my first time really getting into fall cleanups. And the amount of time I'd spend was ridiculous when I can just bag it up, dump it on the trailer, just keep doing that because, man, tarping it and hauling it off, it was the worst. I mean, I'd be out there for 3-4 hours doing a job. Well, now I can charge the same thing and be there, like an hour,
Right.
So, but yeah.
Little Blue Lawn Care says this is what he was saying yesterday in his video. Nobody's going to take care of it like you do. # solo for life.
Maybe not for life.
No, I mean, I don't mind having a crew, but I'm going to make sure these people are great employees and they understand what my business model is. And if you guys watch Ring Lawn Care, the dude is like, I wouldn't say the pinnacle, but he's exactly the person I would want to be. He still gets out there and does work. He checks on his crews. He checks these properties because it's his business. Yeah. People are like, I don't want the boss checking on me, but guess what? It's mine. And if it's not right, I can have you guys do it again. But something else he does is he shows up, knows his guys are doing a good job, brings them pizza for lunch, does this stuff. And I think it would be great to do that. I think it would be great to be someone who worked a full-time job and was a supervisor. Now I'm able to provide someone else with a job, which is pretty cool doing like what you're doing.
And plus I think it's been a while since I've watched some of his stuff, but I think in one of them, he was even saying like, oh yeah, he's still in training on working his zero turn. So they have him like an open commercial property, or whatever thing. And it's like, well, at least he's like taking the time to like initiate that he's training someone, not just like,
dude, you have to
go ahead, mow her down.
Oh yeah. Because everybody that applies for a job will tell you they can do all this stuff, but can they? You know,
yeah.
Might as well. If they know how to do it, that's fine. But train them the way that you want it done, because it's yours.
Yep.
Through the GIE. I don't know what that means. Through the GIE. Thanks very much, guys. You're welcome. Can you give my boyfriend Blake a shout out in that low voice? Shout out to Blake Albertson. One man, one opportunity to have a wedding in November before he goes to the GIE Expo featuring Optimus Prime. You be like that guy. Is it weird you have people look up to you as a company and an individual? No, I don't think that's weird at all, man, because there's a lot of people like Blake, dude. He's one of them. I look up to Blake. I look up to the things he has to say, the things he does for his business, and I'm probably like 10 years older than Blake. I don't even know. To me, it doesn't matter, man. It's what is this? It's not really common interest, but you can learn from everybody. I look up to some weird people too, man.
Looks like you're a weird guy.
I am.
Yeah.
That's what I always tell people too. That's fine to look up to me for whatever you want, but don't take my information to heart because I just do what works for me. It doesn't mean it's going to work for you.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you my journey. I don't know everything. Trust me. I've been doing this for a while, and guess what? I'm learning every day, and I'm still doing what I'm doing. I'm watching these other channels, and I'm still trying to learn new stuff every day, man. I'll tell you, this year was a struggle. It sucked. But Stuff happens. It's life, man. You have random bills that pop up. You have hospital bills that come in. You have things that hit you. It sucks.
Yeah.
But that's life, man. You just got to keep going forward.
And plus, that's what, this whole YouTube community is about, though. Like, I literally from, this year, I really hit it, try to hit it hard. And, but it's just like, when you start getting more involved in it and start really like talking to people, it's like there's so much like on the back end that you learn, like just literally like whether it's chatting through someone on Instagram or whatever, there's just so much you can get from someone just by asking them. You know what I mean? That's like every person I've tried to reach out to has always been great on just whatever topic it's going to be. More than welcome to help. It's like, so like for these guys, you guys that have like a good following and everything, like, that's what, in a way you're there for. It's like just, any simple guidance, you know what I mean? It's not like, hey, how do I do my taxes? You know what I mean?
Right.
Good, your tax act for that. But like, but the community though itself though, like, I feel like that's what it's there for though, is to help everyone out.
Yeah. And I think like the majority of the people who do, like, besides people like you're just kind of starting out on what you're doing, and the newer people.
Yeah.
But the ones that have that bigger following have that big following for a reason, because they're providing something. They're giving these people something. To me, for the most part, I just feel like I'm a personality, man. I give people a break. I try to be funny. I try to be stupid and just give some people some entertainment. Yeah. Because it's probably the same thing on what you're talking about. When you started your business, you didn't have anybody. Who'd you have? Nobody. No. So I would get on YouTube and I would find people that I relate with that still inspire me to do this. Geek to Freak, I always say it was a big one. I don't know the guy. I don't know anything about it, but he was a guy who was out there mowing, trying to provide for his 2 kids. And it's like, it gives you that, you know what, I can do this too, man. If he's doing this, I can do this. It just kind of gives you that, man.
Yep.
Let's go through these comments. It's weird how people look at you and they don't know. How many lawns can a solo guy do in a day? I understand that it depends on the size and distance between each property. Just looking for a baseline. In all honesty, if I had them all in the same neighborhood, man, I could do like 20 or 25. But with some driving time, my base for myself is in between 10 to 15 each day I go out. I know. That way I don't burn myself out, and it's basically like working a 9 to 5. Now, if I woke up from 8 and work till 9 o'clock at night, obviously I do a lot more. But I want to be home at 5. I want to spend some time with my family, so I try to set up my business more like a 9 to 5. There's a lot of guys that can work all day, but once your kids start getting older and there's a lot of activities, I like to make time for that personally.
Yeah, it's like I try to get like that between 7 and 10 mark.
That's working from like what, 2 o'clock to whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's like, because like the reason why this, like it depends on the day, because like there's some where it's like I have 10 in this area. It's like I don't want to get 7 done and then drive out for an hour's worth of work. You know what I mean? So I'll just slam out that day. You know what I mean? And just if I knock 10, knocking 10 out in a day, it's like, well, I'm ahead. You know what I mean? I don't want to go back out to that area just for something, a couple properties. But it does depend. But go ahead.
I'll say Ramon Silva says lawn care sucks, bro. Too much hassle for very little money. Get into landscaping. Now I do kind of agree with that. There's something to me that's therapeutic about mowing. I don't know what it is. It's enjoyable. I pop in the headphones and do it. But I do agree with that. There is not a lot of money in lawn care, especially as a solo owner operator. It can be difficult.
Yeah. But I mean, but then you never know. It depends on your area. You know what I mean? Or like the size, like, I mean, if you're doing, say you're in an area where you can charge, $40, whatever, per like a small acreage, and you can knock them out like that, you know what I mean? Or you rack up the right accounts, you know what I mean? Who says it can't be profitable? You know what I mean? I guess it just kind of all depends on the person where you're at.
Yeah. And in my personal opinion, as far as landscaping goes, that's very difficult for an owner operator. There's a lot of jobs you're not going to be able to take on because what you can do, and it takes you 6 days, a company for the same price, if not maybe even cheaper, can do it in 1 day. So, I mean, you get that difficulty with it too. So if you're not having, employees and all that stuff, then it just depends. But it also depends. It just depends on your business model, what you're kind of trying to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I do agree with you. You said the real money is in landscaping. Yeah, landscaping, dude. What? Pavers.
Yeah,
irrigation. Like there's a lot of stuff. I mean, even outside of landscape, there's a lot of stuff you can do making tons of money. Go buy yourself an excavator and start just digging trenches and shit for people. You'll make a ton of money.
Yeah, but it's, you just kind of, you got to start somewhere. You know what I mean?
And not even that. It's what do you enjoy doing? And I'll be honest with you, I don't enjoy landscaping. I enjoy the money I get out of it, but I hate doing it.
Yeah. Yep.
It's work. I don't want to work. I want to make money doing less work, man. I'll be honest with you. God, who wants to work? That's not where it's at. Take care, boys. B&B Lawn Care. We'll see you later, man.
See you,
what app are you using to do this podcast and or Q&A? This is just on YouTube. It's through Google Hangouts is what it's through, but it's just through YouTube. This business, you cannot survive on just cutting grass. There is no way. You have to diversify yourself. I agree with that too. You do need more options, but I disagree because you can do it 100% cutting grass, depending on what you're doing. Yeah. It depends on what you want to make out of it.
Well, I mean, take for instance what Brian's Lawn Maintenance was saying. He just got into landscaping this year. Yeah, he just kind of dipped his toes in it. You know what I mean? So, you know, I mean, look at what he's doing right now, and he just now got into landscaping. So, I mean, to say you can't do it. But
yeah, I'm good friends with Brian too. We talk all the time, and just him doing what he's doing through lawn care, which he runs a lot of properties, over 100. Yeah, and through snow removal, he's making well over $100,000 a year. Sure. So I mean, but I'm in an area that doesn't get snow that much anymore. I would love to do snow removal as part of my thing, but I literally got 2 snows last year, and they melted the next day. Yeah, so I don't have that option. I got to find other options. Yeah. So what he's saying, I get it. Yeah, you gotta diversify yourself and find different things for sure. Yeah. Morning from Sydney, Australia. Morning.
Yeah.
Sydney, Australia. It's 6 p.m. here. But good morning to you. Grab yourself a cup of coffee or something with no sugar. But I really want no water in it either. Just a cup full of ground up coffee. And you can do it. Landscaping can tie you up much more money.
Man, I'll tell you what. Like, I mean, I don't like landscaping equipment wise. I mean, like if I need something, we have like a local like Sunbelt. I don't know if you have Sunbelt out by you.
Similar stuff, probably like a Coleman. I can go rent a dingo if I'm doing like a rock job or something.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, if you can rent it for like $125 a day, charge to the customer.
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to have a bunch. Like, there's options out there for you to, get anything you really want.
Yeah. Brandon Conrad says he enjoys mowing, landscaping just so. I'm kind of the same way. I've done a lot of landscaping jobs with Blake when he picks up some of these big jobs and stuff, and it's not bad. Like you said, the work is gratifying, but I don't know. I got to make a lot of money. I've been around forever, man. I'm 35 years old. I don't feel like doing that much crap. I'm not a little 20-year-older anymore.
Yeah.
So the money's got to be there. It's got to be a pretty good chunk of money.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you definitely don't want to go out there sling yards of mulch or rock or whatever and be like, oh yeah,
rock all day.
I just,
this is great.
Today. I bought lunch today.
This is what I want to do.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So yeah, man, your first year going to the GIE Expo.
Absolutely.
What do you think, man?
I don't know what to think of it. I've seen all the videos online and everything, but so we have something out by us. It's called the Arnold Classic. So it's like the number
like
one.
The arm wrestling stuff.
Well, all kinds of they got it all there. They have everything from fencing to people painting. But that's like a huge like sports nutrition expo. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
I'm addicted to watching arm wrestling on YouTube. So they're always doing stuff at Arnold Classic. I am, dude. Yeah. Arm wrestling's awesome.
Yeah. So it's like, for the nutrition end, like, so we have that in Columbus, which is 40 minutes from us. And it's probably like the same thing, but for lawn care. So it's like, now this is my cup of tea. I mean, we would always go to the Arnold to watch my brother-in-law compete. But other than that,
and everybody thinks like in the lawn care community, like if there's lawn care beef, the nutrition people are freaking nuts, dude. There ain't nothing but videos of people, hey man, fake weights, bro. You're always doing fake weights, bro.
Yeah,
like, those guys are incredible.
Oh, yeah. That's, and especially like I said, my brother-in-law, he's a pro strongman. Right. And it's like, seeing like the behind, like what he does, I mean? It's just like, God, like if I had half the dedication he did to do something, I'd
just
probably
hire him for all your landscaping jobs.
Yeah, like, hey, go ahead and
lift that rock over there.
This tree. Yeah, no, seriously, man, he's strong as an ox. You know what I mean? So crazy. Yeah.
36 here. I wear out twice as quick, dude. I'm telling you, man. Especially on those hot days. That's why I'm so glad it's cooled off. God, I'm able to mow so much, but like when it's like 90 and 100, I'm lucky to get like 8 done before I feel like I'm ready to pass out and die.
Yeah.
The dogs, I do hear the dogs barking. What are some of the things you see first timer needs to see while there? Okay, this is difficult. It depends on what your goals are. My first year, I got addicted to shiny things. So I was looking at all the new stuff, all these new mowers, but those new mowers and new things don't really do anything for you. So anyone who's a first timer going there, it depends on what you're doing, building your business, or if you're doing YouTube to make extra money or sharing your story. Networking, man. I've met so many people, from Marty Grunder, dude. He was on the Forbes list, one of the highest, built a business, multi-million-dollar business. I had a chance to interview him and talk to him. You get to talk to a lot of the people that run these businesses, like Gravely or Ed Wright will be there from Wright Mowers, and all these other YouTubers, and you get to pick the brains, dude. Network with a ton of businesses. Listen to the conversations. You will pick up so much knowledge, man, from what these people are doing, and you will go, why did I never think of that? There's so much information to be had at these expos, man.
Yeah, that's like you said, just networking. Like I want to meet, I want to meet them, a lot of like the big name companies, I mean, not just big name, but it's like, I want to, like introduce myself, especially like, say for instance that like fuel your stripes, what you want to not giveaway thing, but sweepstakes, whatever. Yeah. But like, even like those guys, what I mean, for putting something on like that, and, me participating in it, it's like, I want to introduce myself and like, let them know like, hey, this is who I am, and talk to them. You know what I mean? Just,
yeah, absolutely.
All those companies. Yeah. Absolutely, though.
And that's how it's always been for me, man. I have, obviously you guys watch my stuff. I have such an open and like overwhelming personality.
Yeah.
I can break any awkward person and engage them in an awesome conversation just because I'm really good at making people feel relaxed. And that's one of my favorite things to do. I'll go up to Dan Aarons, the owner of Aarons Gravely, and just be able to have a one-on-one BS conversation with them, because you got to treat these people as people. They're people at the end of the day. That's all they are. They're not the owners of these companies. Just like I'm not Andy with Cut and Clean Lawn Care, the YouTube. I'm just a normal dude who's trying to figure out how to be a father and a husband. That's who I am. You know what I'm saying? So it's, I mean, if you have that skill set, and it works with your clients too. A lot of people wonder how to get clients. Dude, I know I can get any client I go to for a bid. I can get them on my side. And you can do that just as easy as walking up through their yard. You see an MU statue, or you see an Ohio State statue. Hey, what's going on, Andy? Here, Cut and Clean Lawn Care on Walker property. Hey, I saw you guys were Ohio State fans, man. I love Ohio State, man. I was watching their game. So you can just engage in these topics and conversations. Like, oh, that guy is awesome, man. He's a super cool guy. We're totally going to hire him.
Yeah, that's like with my full-time job has actually helped that end of just talking to people, because like,
you have to BS with a lot of
all my customers, that, you know what I mean? So it's like to walk up to someone in a customer, like potential customer for my business, or like, like when I go to the GIE, it's like nothing. I will talk to whoever it is. I don't care. Like, I don't care where you come from, where you are. I have no problem going up to you and striking a conversation with you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And you can't teach that to a lot of people, man. Communication is a neutral state for everyone. So I'm going to talk to President Donald Trump the same way I'm going to talk to this 13-year-old kid that's inspiring to be, a lawn care business owner. You're the same people to me, man. We're going to engage the same way. There's no difference. You got to treat everyone the same.
Sure.
Okay, 36. Okay, we got that. Another question for small yards: walk behind or stand on. What are your small yards like, man? I would choose a stand on all day over walk behinds in my area, wide, flat open stuff. Just because if you're doing it all yourself, man, you got to keep that fatigue off yourself, because you'll wear yourself out. So the less fatigued I can be, the more I can do throughout the day and the week. Because if you guys have watched my channel since the beginning, I started off my business with a 36-inch Encore walk behind. Wore myself out.
I can imagine like riding on them sulky tires.
It don't matter. Like all this, no, because they have no suspension. Every bump you hit rips your hips the opposite way. Oh, man. It beats you to death, man. Yeah. It really does.
Yep, I can imagine. That would be tough.
So no matter what it is, man, just think about stuff like that. If you're doing it all yourself, you want it to be as easy on yourself as possible. Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't buy a truck that was an actual Flintstone vehicle that you had to like pedal with your feet. Like, no, I don't want that model. Yeah. I want the XL, dude. Give me the other one. What's the best way to advertise your business and get leads for more lawns? That is not a question I have. I can just tell you what I've done. And ever since I started my business, 100% off of word of mouth and social media. I have never knocked on a door. I've never handed out a flyer. I've never posted anything. I just do it through social media because that's where the world has evolved to. How many people do you know that are excited to get their Sunday paper? I don't know any, but everyone wakes up in the morning and checks Facebook, checks Instagram. Checks that stuff. So one thing I would say is get on your area's local swap shops and groups on Facebook. Post in there that you have a lawn care business starting out in such areas for such and such price, and wait for some people to call you. I advertise that way, man. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. I actually had a conversation the other day. A lady called me. She's like, hey, I work for such and such neighborhood and we do the magazine for this neighborhood. We're wondering if you wanted to purchase an advertising spot. I'm like, man, let me tell you something. I'm a social media marketer and advertiser. I do all my stuff for free. Why would I pay to put my name in your neighborhood when I can get on that group on Facebook and do it myself for free?
I get that I've actually here lately because like baseball season come, springtime's, they're planning for that. And it's like, oh, you'll be the only landscape group on our field. And I'm just like,
well, that'll make me feel better. How come none of the other ones are doing it?
Yeah, it's like, it's like, because they'll pick one for, what I mean? But it's just like,
the wife
for all that money you spend, it's like, okay, what's it going to get me? Now I have done flyers, but I'll say I have, like a lot of my customers have either been neighbors, word of mouth, or it's like as I'm out and about doing whatever job,
right?
They'll say, hey, can I get your car, blah, 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 or you know what I mean? And then I just introduce myself and I will get their information right then and there. But I haven't really got too much return on the flyers.
Right. Most people say 1%. So if you're spending all that money
out like 10, I'm not like paying out 10,000. I might hit my neighborhoods that I'm in. But
see, that's one of the things I was thinking about doing. I might purchase like 5,000 flyers, and every time I pick up a new property in a neighborhood I'll do like the 5 houses around that one property.
Yeah,
that way I can park a trailer and mow them if anyone gets it. And I'll do that to those properties.
Yeah.
But as far as walking through whole neighborhoods, because I hate it when people do it to me. Don't leave that shit on my doorstep.
Who's this person on our doorstep?
Yeah, I got the Ring camera going. I'm talking to the guy in there. I got the 12 gauge behind the door. I don't care if you want to trim my tree or not. Get it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
People don't want to be bothered. They got lives too, man. So I don't know. It just depends, man. Some people do good with it.
Yeah.
Andy, what do you think of Stihl or another company making a backpack vacuum beats the handheld leaf blower vacuum? What do you think? I think a backpack vac system would be kind of cool. Sucking up leaves.
Yeah.
But I think it's difficult too.
Yeah. I don't know
how big of a bag. Maybe if it had like a giant hose that you could just link to your trailer, that would be cool.
Yeah.
And like a backpack system for one of those big like leaf.
Yeah. Deals. Now, actually, I have heard, I did a cleanup for last year, and they actually said the company that was doing them, the guys would have like a backpack blower look, but it would have like this 10-foot like cloth type bag on the back that it would just fill. You know what I mean? But I mean, they're pulling up with a dump truck size, you know what I mean? But like, so it's like, yeah, they're able to just fill this thing up, huge,
I've actually seen people make some of those on YouTube, like where they take a tarp and like sew it together and hook it up to the side of their discharge. And you have this ginormous bagging system. I feel like I'd be running it over all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the idea's there, dude. I'm all about ingenuity.
Oh yeah.
I started with walk behinds. You can pick up a used walk behind reasonable, but new they're almost a toss up on the price anymore. Yeah, John, especially between like belt drive and hydro. Like if you're just picking up a new mower or a used mower, dude, you're going to save so much money with a belt drive. And with that belt drive, since it is so much cheaper than a hydro, dude, you're going to be able to rack up a little bit more money to buy something else later down the road. So I bought a hydro for my first one. I had the money too, is the only reason I did it. But I mean, it is what it is.
Does belt drive mean like you slow it down, or does that make sense?
Well, both of them you slow down. The hydrostats always are engaged, and you're using the handles to slow wheels down. The belt drive is actually belt driven. There's a belt that's driving the wheel. So if it gets really wet, that belt will kind of slip and be kind of wonky. I've noticed with belt drives.
Because I don't really know anything about the stand-up game. You know what I mean? Or the
walk behind game.
The walk behind. So yeah, that's why I didn't know what the difference in like the hydro and the belt drive, like if operating, if it's much different.
One actually has a pump system.
Went into a fence or something. Like last year, he said he was trying to walk behind or something, and about smacking into a fence, and he was like, "Yep, no more of this."
Because the thing is, you can't just try it and go at it, man. You literally, like, it took me a day to learn how to use it. I played in my yard for a day using this till I felt comfortable doing it on anyone else's property. I'm not trying to pay for a fence. You got to learn it and get good with it. Standard was the same way. Standard was a million times easier to operate because you're making the machine go forward compared to a walk behind. You're making the machine stop, or at least on mine.
Yeah.
So that's kind of ass backwards for a lot of people. Thanks for the info. I think I'm going to pull the trigger on a walk behind. Yeah, man. Check out your Craigslist and stuff, man. You can pick up used walk behinds reasonably. You can find
walk behinds,
especially if you're mechanically savvy and you're not, uncomfortable on working on stuff every now and then. Stand-on's awesome. I love stand-ons. Favorite.
I had the opportunity to so it's between like a stand-on and a rider for my business, but it was all about really what could mow my grass the best.
Right.
But I definitely,
plus your area and business makes
so there's
a big difference. A lot of people ask we're on a sit down. It's because all my yards are pretty much gated smaller properties. I'm not doing 3 acres.
Yeah. So because I stick to like 3/4 of an acre, maybe an acre, try not to or less. But I did at the time I buying my mower and stuff, I wasn't familiar with the stand-on game, or you know what I mean, or like didn't. So, but now that now you look at them and it's like, man, it seems like that's the ticket to be. Because I was thinking, like, man, do I want to spend the same amount of money standing or do I want to spend that much money and be sitting whatever? But it sounds like when you're on a stander, like you actually feel better being on a stander all day than riding in a seat.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it all depends on your area. I have a lot of stuff I got to get up and move, and like if I'm sitting down, having to stand up, sit down, stand up, stand up, it would drive me insane. Dude.
Yeah, I don't do too many gates or anything like that, so it's like I can just from the backyard to the front, or vice versa, whatever. So.
Right. I think of the standers more like the point guard or the running back. It's really agile, easy to maneuver and get in and out of tight places. Your sit downs just aren't for that. They're just made for mowing like big properties. But I like them, man. I was messing with that Mocan's open house, the Gravely 460, which is one of their biggest pro turns. Super fast, dude, and it's got the air ride seat. It's super comfortable, dude. It's like maybe next year if I had Gravely, let me demo one of these, man. Even though I have like 2 properties to use it on.
Well, it's like, but there's air ride seats, man. It's like $1,600 for an air ride. I'm like, I might deal with the stiff back for a little bit.
Me and Danny were talking about him too, because he has the Toro that has the My Ride, where the platform that your feet are on and everything kind of maneuverable like a rocking chair.
Oh, jeez.
He even said that air ride seat's more comfortable. Like it's just one of those things, man. It is what it is.
Yeah. It is like riding on a cloud though, because I sat on one at my dealer and it's just like I could move. All right, this is I mean, if I was on it all day, I would probably I would look into it just because.
I'd be like, let me just find that 120-acre yard. Just so I can sit on this thing all day with my cup holder and my umbrella hat. I'll be good to go. Wife says 1 hour until the game starts. That's right. Chiefs, guys. I think we're 5-0, 4-0, 5-0, something like that, but we're killing it right now. Until they lose one game and I'm done watching it. Football's over for me in the minute someone loses. The stand-on concept is blowing up everywhere. Aerators, mini skids, mowers, etc. Yeah, the stand-on aerators are a game killer too.
Yeah.
And those small, like the Bluebird areas, man, you got to battle with those, man. Those are a fight. All I have to say is trash. Stand-on mowers are picking up trash so much easier. Absolutely, dude. Unless you're one of those guys that has like the old guy claw thing. I see a lot of those guys in the community. You got the sit down, you got the little claw picking up stuff.
I have the ones that's the little hands. That go. You remember them as a kid?
Mine's like a dinosaur's head. Yeah, man. Trash, kids' toys, dog toys. Yeah, give me a standard.
Just go green and mulch it up. To say you're trying to help the environment. Yeah.
Hey, why'd you chop it up? Hey, why didn't you move it?
Why'd you throw it in the trash can where it needs to be?
She knew I was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the headache. It depends on where your commercial properties are, but I would never take on like a McDonald's. The whole place is just covered in trash. Everyone's throwing fry containers out. Like, no thanks, man.
Especially like when they went to McDonald's the night before, they're like, "Oh man, I still got that fry container."
Oh, yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna mulch it up in your parking lot, and you have the kid come out and power wash that shit away.
Yeah, yep.
It's crazy, man. But yeah, dude, nuts. What is it? 2 days left. GIE Expo. I will be down there. I'll be hanging out with TGI Fridays a lot on 4th Street Live, man. I love TGI Fridays. So and I'm aware that I eat like a pregnant chick, dude. Breadsticks and honey mustard. I can't figure it out, but that's my stuff there, dude. Breadsticks with honey mustard. And the lady is always like, "Huh? What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Just bring it." All right, God.
Don't ask.
Some mozzarella sticks too. I'm on the appetizer menu.
Yeah. So where are you guys staying at? Wait, you guys are like bouncing around from place to place, aren't you?
Danny is. I'm not. Who would do that? I'm going to stay in a different hotel every day. Yeah, I love packing my stuff up and moving every day.
Yeah, especially.
No, I'm in the same one.
I forget. It's like I think Red Roof Inn or something, but it's just like
I'm at the Sleep Inn, I believe it is.
Yeah, it was like $117 a night. Yeah, I'm not paying $300 a night to be downtown. Like,
it's because it depends on where. Yeah, what time you got your hotel too. Yeah, I think I'm 6 miles away.
Yeah, so I figure now. Would you recommend driving to the expo, then drive back to the hotel, and then Ubering out for the nightlife? Or would you just Uber to the expo and then Uber?
No, I'm driving there and to the expo and back. And then since Randy's driving, he's driving there too. But I would Uber downtown just because it's kind of a popular thing, that 4th Street Live. There's going to be live concerts going on. So it gets kind of crowded down there. Yeah. So Uber in that I would probably recommend. But it's fun, dude. Since you've never been to 4th Street Live, it's really cool, man. There's a lot of little bars and stuff like that, little restaurants and live music, dude.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Colt Ford, isn't he going to be there?
Wednesday, I think, right?
I think he's like Uncle Cracker's son. I don't know. I've heard a couple of his songs, but I'd challenge him to a rap battle, see if he would do it.
Yeah, he's like the country rap.
Oh, dude, I'm challenging him. Yeah, I'm gonna get wasted. Hey, Colt Ford, man, battle, bro. I will destroy you. Flat bill and all, man. Let's do it. He's like, I ain't messing with that guy. He's got a flat bill. He'll kill me.
I never had someone call me out like that. Wait a minute.
I guarantee that guy's seen 8 Mile before. I'm not bringing him on stage. Crazy. Fairfield Inn. No, it's the Sleep Inn. And I believe I'm 6 miles away. I actually looked it up the other day. I booked his hotel. He's spoiled. I am, just because I'm incapable of doing anything.
Makes sense.
I have the worst memory in the world. You can ask everyone that knows me, man. And it sucks. Even I can't fix this. Bob the Builder.
And you don't even drink. He can pretend he's drunk. That is actually a good thing.
I go, bring me a Bud Light, and then I go to the bathroom, I dump it all out, and I fill it up with water in the sink, and I'm just like, yeah, guys, party.
Yeah.
Hey, man, give me a drink. No, man, this is mine.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Keep going.
Just slip some Ativan there. Yeah, take one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, what also sucks, man, is I don't know the direct terminology, like introvert and extrovert people, but I'm one of those people, like, people suck energy out of me because I'm real animated and I like to make everyone feel good. So it's like sucks the life out of me. So I like go to bed at like 7:30. So I'll be trying to stay up late and hanging out with everyone that wants to hang out. That's the worst thing about the after party too, man, because I have anxiety bipolar disorder. So like I'm so overwhelmed by this many people in a tight area. Like I got one exit. I'm focusing on that, but my brain hears every conversation that's going on. It just sucks the life out of me.
Then you try to make your way out, and people just nonstop talking to you, and you're just like, just trying to get out.
Dude, and I like it, and I dislike it at the same time, man. And anyone who has people that look up to him, I'm not going to use the word famous because it's just retarded. I'm not LeBron James, but like even when you're just trying to do something, like last year, I didn't get a chance to really check out the GIE Expo, because a lot of people want to engage in conversations and talk, which I love, but I also feel like, man, I missed a lot. So luckily this year I got a couple companies that got me passes to get into the dealer day before everything happened. So I can kind of walk around and check stuff out and then just, you know, hang out with everybody, because I love having all these conversations with everybody.
Yeah.
Wife says happy anniversary. I think that's to you, because she put Andy laugh out loud. So I don't think it's to me, because she's laughing about it.
Not my anniversary, but I'll take it.
Yeah, man. That's something I would do if I was you too, man. Since you do have a newer channel and you're trying to build that. I don't know what you're trying. What are you trying to do with YouTube? You just trying to share your story, or do you want to get into like the review stuff? I love reviewing products, dude. It's a blast.
Yeah, I definitely wanting to get into the review things. I've been trying to, because like that's the thing, man. It's like I try to get like content out like once a week. You know what I mean? Or like once every 2 weeks, just try to. But it's like I know I don't put out like every other day type of content, but hopefully like what I do bring is like at least either
quality
over put to use, or
quality like, over quantity.
Yeah, or like it's actually entertaining to watch. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So
and that's what sucks about YouTube and some of these companies too. I mean, they kind of just look off of your subscriber base, which is dumb, because no matter what you post has a chance of doing something. How come I had 3,000 subscribers when I had a video that had 80,000 views? Go do the math on that. How is that possible? It's because it's YouTube. And what sucks about YouTube on what you're talking about is YouTube only cares about how often you're posting. So if you want to be found, you want your chances of trending more, you got to post every day, man. They want you to be always posting.
And it's like, I'm like, you know, I'm doing this on the, you know, working full time, doing on the side, and it's like,
it's difficult.
I can only come up with so much, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like every day where I'm like, oh yeah, this, like, let's film this, let's film this. It's like, I mean, a lot of it's like monotonous, you know what I mean? It's like I don't want to just post like another time.
That's kind of why I got out of the mowing vlog stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to, like, you know, I'll throw a vlog in there, but it's like I'm trying not to everything be let's pop a camera up in a yard and watch me lay some stripes. You know what I mean? But
I kind of go off of inspiration. Like, say I'm watching someone's video and they're talking about a topic, and I may agree with it, but I have a different way of looking at it. I'm like, you know what? That's a good video. I'm going to do one kind of on the same topic, but I'm going to give my thoughts on it, kind of like how I feel about it.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying to you earlier. That's why I liked your content. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, go subscribe. Solo Cuts Landscaping. There is a link in the description. You guys can go subscribe to it. But something I like about his channel is something I learned a long time ago that a lot of people don't do. When it comes to making actual cinematic footage and or not really vlogs, but actual content, don't just film stuff. Have a story to it. Everything that people can engage on has a beginning, a middle, and an end. Okay, so make your content go with it. Shoot good content. It's hard for me to watch lawn care videos, and I've done it before because I have a lot of people that kind of do like watching it. I'm just not one of those people. Hey guys, what's going on? Andy here, cutting clean lawn care. Check out me mowing this property. Camera on the back of the truck. Here's me mowing for 8 minutes. I don't like that. Some people do. That's why every now and then I'll put one up, because I know some people enjoy that. It's therapeutic for them watching, you know, someone else, you know, mowing or whatever. But for me, man, I want to hear a story. I want to be engaged. You know, tell me about it. Give me something to watch and a reason to continue watching it.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. And that's why it's like I said, I'm not posting every day or every other day. You know what I mean? Plus it's like, you know, I'm working full time as well. And, you know, got the wife, got the kid at home. So it's like, I don't want to, you know, take everything away from them and all that. But yeah, definitely, like, to answer your question earlier, though, just like to get into doing reviews on products and everything, you know. So it's like everything I kind of take on myself, you know, like I try and do just like an unboxing at least, you know what I mean? Or like my first thoughts, you know, like when I did just like the WeatherTech floor mats, you know what I mean? Something small like that. But it's like, you know, some people like, you know, some people, it's like, well, that could have been the deciding factor if they're going to buy them or not. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, just try that and try and give some, not, I guess, some advice or just some things on how I'm doing, like running, a business and working full time, like some things I try to do to make my life easier, some things I'm trying to do to get my business to grow.
Right.
So, just maybe trying to hit on, because I know there's a lot of just like you started out, there's a lot of people out there that are swinging both deals. You know what I mean? So if there's something I can do or that I'm doing that's worked out for me, well, I'll put it out there, because maybe that'll, the guy has the same question and we'll look it up and maybe it'll help him out.
And not only that, like what you're talking about in building businesses, you can build a business off something everyone does. I can take a part of what Dylan does, incorporate that in my business. I can take a part about Brian's top notch, Brian's lawn maintenance, Blake. I can incorporate all these things these people are doing into my own business. So when people are sharing kind of what they're doing is great for this, because you're going to have that percentage of engagement from your client or from your subscribers. But also, to me, a lot of it has to do with the personality of the person. Like a lot of people get in front of a camera and they don't know how to be themselves anymore. They become this real serious, this is my brand kind of person. But like, I watch YouTube for the person. That's why I like CT Fletcher and things like that. He's an animated character. He is who he is. Joe Rogan's podcast. Yeah. I watch it for the person. Like I'm going to watch Dylan's channel because I want to see what Dylan's got going on. Dylan's being Dylan. You know what I'm saying? It's so you're going to have a percentage. You're going to have a percentage of the people that like maybe your reviews. You're going to have a percentage that want you for your business. You're going to have a percentage that like you for your personality and whatever the hell you have going on today. Because there's other people out there that work a full-time job. They're trying to figure it out and have a family, have a wife, have a kid, and they can't figure it out. So they can watch Dylan and help them figure it out,
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. And that's what's like from, my first time doing a video to like now, it's like, like you said, at first you're in front of a camera, just like, hi, you know what I mean? Just like kind of monotone, whatever. And then it's like, you slowly kind of get more comfortable with it, to where it's like, now I'm just like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like just being right there with it, just, and being more like myself, not just like, oh yeah, here I am going to cut this property, guys. Make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe. No, it's like, make sure you smash that like, comment, subscribe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because a lot of people, it's a camera. It's not a camera. When I'm looking at my camera, it's a group of people that I'm talking to. I don't see a camera. And it was kind of weird because when I started doing this on YouTube, which I thought was super corny at first, I'm like lawn care, like it's just something I do. But there's people that want to know the information. Before I was doing this, we had a gaming channel. Like I've done so much stuff on YouTube. Like since 1998, I've been in front of a camera, dude. I did it through high school. We had like a television.
We did too.
Yeah. Like it was called
like
CTV.
In the morning or something.
Yeah, dude. I was the news anchor, dude. I was always in front of the camera, just killing it, just being a goofball, making everybody laugh. So like I came out of the gate already having that part of me. And I think that's why a lot of people were able to relate to him. Like, this guy's funny. He's doing his thing,
Yep, absolutely.
I think it's a big part of it.
Yep.
Solo Cuts, I just subscribed to your channel, Brandon Conrad.
Appreciate that, Brandon. Appreciate that, man.
Keep it funny, too. I like a channel that keeps it real and keeps my attention. Yeah, dude, because I think of it, too, that way, because a big percentage of the people are people like me that are doing lawn care. I want to break the monotony, man. I want these guys to laugh and maybe just like something like, Andy, dude, he cracked me up, man. I'm gonna have a better day. I want you to smile and have a better day. Could you imagine watching like depressing channels, like someone that's just always bitching, always upset about something, always negative? It's like nobody watches those channels. but
there are, I mean,
they're out there, but I ain't watching
like lawn care channels that are out there where it's like you just want to be like, God, dude, just like
negative.
Get out of here with it. You know,
I hate this client, man. I'm dropping this. Like, they're just negative all the time.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
It's like take a hacksaw to a trimmer rack or something. It's like, what are you doing, man?
Bob, the sexy man with a beer belly. That's a good name. I thought it said the sax man for a minute. My wife loves Bradley Martin. Bradley Martin is pretty cool too because he networks with a lot of people, but I can't relate to him because he's a ginormous, fit, buff guy who lifts weights all day. And he doesn't cuss. I want someone to cuss. That's why I like CT Fletcher. He'll mother F anybody. Reviews too. I don't even look on regular net anymore for reviews. I go straight to YouTube.
That's the truth.
Yeah, man.
That is the truth.
I feel for most products, like, because here's how I do it, and I'll be honest with you. I get a lot of stuff from companies, but guess what? 50% doesn't make it on my YouTube channel. Because if it sucks, I'm not even going to post it. Just like I said, I don't want to be negative. I don't want to get in here and go, hey, this product's junk, dude, don't buy it. What I do is I take that product, I test it out, and then I guess what? I email those people. I'm like, I will not be doing a review on this product, and I'm going to tell you why. And I give them all the reasons, so maybe they can take that and help them fix their product, because I don't like leaving negative reviews. I just don't. Anything I do, I try to be something I like. And a lot of people are like, oh, why are you always doing Milwaukee stuff and not this stuff? Because honestly, I like the Milwaukee stuff better. That's why I don't do a lot of the Makita stuff. I've done Makita. I've done DeWalt. I like the Milwaukee stuff so much better. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
So I'll do those videos. Same thing with that Darwins grip that I just got into. It's like, dude, this thing's awesome. A guy's trying, like, I hate bending over the damn trimmer and having my hands crossed all the time. I'm like, yeah, let me check this product out. And it ended up being pretty cool.
And that's like what we were talking about earlier, you know, with like small companies that are trying to fix an issue. Like everyone says, God, that sucks weight eating for hours or whatever because my back hurts. Well, this guy's trying to come up with a resolution to it.
See, and I knew it was going to be a great product because I've had this conversation with a billion people. And the minute I posted that video, I think the guy was just thinking maybe he'll get like 5 to 10 orders a day. Like 400 people ordered stuff from this guy because all these people had this. Yeah, dude, he didn't have enough stuff to even do it. Yeah. So he went straight to like back order and stuff, which I think he gets a new release Monday. But that ain't from me. That's what I was telling him too. He's like, man, thanks for the video. You helped. I didn't help you. All these people had this problem.
Yep.
They hated the way their trimmers were done. And you came up with a solution. That's the reason they're buying it. Exactly. I just put it in front of their eyes to see it. If the product sucks, they're not going to buy it. Whether I say it's great or not, you know whether it's something you could do.
Yep, absolutely.
What?
Okay. It's right down the square.
Okay. Braden's getting some clothes.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see it work. Exactly, dude. And that's what's tough about product reviews. Like a lot of people will just do like an unboxing and kind of tell you about it, which I've done on products too. I've been kind of a victim of it because I don't like the Milwaukee chainsaw. I don't have anything to really use it on now or do like a legit thing on it. But that's for me too, man. I want to see it being used. I want to see how it actually works or holds up, you know?
Yeah. So that's like those, like I said, something as simple as those floor mats where it's like did an unboxing. So it's like my next one's gonna be like, you know, once I use it for about 5 or 6 months, I'm like, okay, this is like the truth about what it is. You know what I mean? Right.
So, yeah, I got some similar in my truck. It's dope just throwing them out in the grass and hitting them with a power washer and throwing them back in, you know?
The part that sucks, like with the ones I have, is that, well, it's like I have the work truck trim in my Chevy. So it's got vinyl floors. Well, it comes with just like this 3M stick, like a sticker pad. Well, it doesn't stick to the vinyl for anything. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm going to do like a Velcro stamp just to hold it in place, but it doesn't stick. You know what I mean? Because there's just smooth surfaces. There's nothing to grip onto. You know, that's like the one bug. But they are nice though, to where it's like they're like indestructible. And it's like every time you spill something, you're like, well, good thing it's on these. You know.
Right. He says, I want to see it work. Post the products that suck too. It helps the viewers. I like real. It isn't about hurting their feelings. It's about being real. I do agree with that, but at the same time, I just do not like being negative on my channel. I don't, dude. 100%. I just don't.
You don't want to. I mean, last thing you want to do is go on there, just bash someone's product. Like they're trying to break into something. Like
the majority of these companies don't even want me to do a video. They don't care whether I do a video or not. I do it for content and just to show you guys a product.
Yeah.
They just want my opinions. So when the product sucks, I email them and I give them my opinion. And then it sits there on a shelf and I give it to someone else. If I like the product and it's something I support, that's what I'm going to give it to you. I'm not going to give you guys something that I think sucks. Why would I do it? Like, I want to show you guys the things that I think are good and awesome.
Yep.
I don't want to show you what sucks. Because just because I think it sucks, I feel like I can be on here like, man, this thing's horrible. Don't buy it, dude. It's horrible. That'll make you guys be like, yeah, fuck it. I'm not going to buy that. Yep. But you never know. It could be something you love. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's just why I don't do it. I just give them the feedback.
A longer term follow-up is really.
No, I'm not going to let him talk. Solo can sit there. This is my show. It's Cut and Clean Lawn Care. Go subscribe, though. Go subscribe to his channel. But it's about me. It's not about him.
No, this is his channel. I'm just here to just like, you know, it's like when you watch a football game. You know what I mean? You have like that main guy talking about this, what the play is going to go on. Like, this is what's happening as the play goes. Then after the play, the guy's like, yeah, you know, he's really been a good quarterback for the past 2 years. And then it's like he shuts up. You don't hear.
He just says like the same stuff. I'll be that guy. Like, say something about a player real quick. Say something about the player. Do it.
Right now?
Do it.
Oh, look at him just take that ball and go.
Yeah, he went with it.
Oh, yeah, just I don't even know how to do this, but yeah, same thing.
Yeah, he went to Ohio State. He was a great quarterback. Yeah, he sure was a good quarterback too.
Oh, here he goes for the flea flicker again.
Yeah, he threw him a flea flicker. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you here?
Yeah, like, what's the point in your job? But yeah,
he did a play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number 42. Yeah, that's 42.
Basically,
one of my favorite things.
That tackle. Yeah, 42 was on that tackle.
When I was like in my early 20s, dude, I played like Halo 2 and Halo 3 all the time.
Yeah.
Dude, we did competitions and stuff. One of my favorite things to do when I was online gaming is commentating someone so they could all hear me on the mic, and I would not shoot my gun. I would just follow a guy, and I'd be like, J Blaster 42 is going up, Pink 2 going across top middle. He just grabbed a sniper.
Telling his exact spot where he's at.
He's like, shut up, dude.
He's like camping in the
sniper. Oh, he missed the headshot. He's not helping us out. Like, hey, this guy needs to shut.
He's got the rocket launcher.
Dude, that's so funny.
Gosh, Halo. I remember them days. Goodness gracious.
God, I was so addicted to that game.
I swear that game, I think that game changed gaming because that was
the online gaming in Halo 2, dude.
Absolutely. I will agree with that.
Being 20 and trying to get ripped by some 13-year-old talking trash.
You're just like, gosh dang. Like, you don't even know how to rebuttal to it.
Do you know what I would do to you in real life? Like, this isn't real life.
But then it's like, wait a minute, I'm saying this to a 13-year-old. Never mind.
Yeah. Get your mom on the mic, dude. I went to high school. Put her on.
Oh, and the mom is always the go-to. Like, go ask your mom about it.
Yeah. So immature. But yeah, dude, that game was awesome. And when Xbox One brought the Master Chief, and we were just nerding out right now, brought the Master Chief collection out where it had like every Halo on it. I'm like, oh, dude, super awesome. That game changed Andy's life. I hate that game. True, dude.
You're welcome.
Halo tournaments. That was what that gaming channel was at, dude. We had like a series called the MLG Pro where we would teach people that would watch the videos how to be an MLG Pro. I'm like, dude, if you want to be an MLG Pro while playing Halo, you just play the game and you just shout people's names out that are pro players. And while they're playing the game, he's like, Ogre won, dude. Walshy's over there. Like, what are you doing, dude? I love it, man. Saw the word shop. What are you guys selling? We're not selling anything. It's called talking shop. Kind of like when you're mixing it up with the dude. We're two fellow business owners and we're just kind of talking shop about our bit. Well, actually, we're talking about Halo right now from Halo Xbox. But talking about our businesses, talking about things we got kind of going in life, just two dudes kind of BSing.
Yeah.
We're not selling anything, but if you hit me with a number of money that you have to purchase something, I can come up with something down here. I have an electric snowblower that Blake put in my basement 3 years ago that hasn't moved. So if you're interested in that, I mean, electric snowblower, depends on where you live. I got a couple hats.
I have a open box for a Pro 3.5mm mic adapter open box. I will sell it to you for $5. And if you cover the shipping, I'll send it to you.
You know what show I would love to do?
What's that?
Like the knife guys on like the Home Shopping Network.
Oh, and
everybody, you're going to get a special price on this Bowie knife that comes with a.
Gosh, like you can just cut down an evergreen forest with this bad boy. I mean,
just today, guys, if you order in the next 20 minutes, we're going to throw in the Davy Crockett hat special.
But you have to order in 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
But in 20 minutes, like, but wait, if you order in the next 5 minutes, we'll double your order. And a rubber pencil for free.
That's $785 worth of stuff for 28 payments in $19.99. Advice on shopping list. Now, just kind of building the business. Right now, we're just kind of goofing off. It's towards the end. 6:43. I got the Chiefs game coming up here in a little bit. So we're just kind of BSing. Got 25 people in here watching. That's 25 people that can go subscribe to Solo Cuts. Check it out in the link in the description. Check him out. He's new. He's doing his stuff. Blake will sign it too. Be autographed by BMD Lawn Care.
Boom. Actually, there's 25 people in here, guys. If you're not, already subscribed to Andy's, I know you guys are here for me, not Andy.
Right. You can subscribe to me too.
Actually, 25 guys unsubscribe to this channel. Go to mine.
Go, yeah.
25. Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Save yourself some time.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I'm excited for the GIE. If you want to just walk around with me, I'll let you.
Oh, would you?
Hey, Dylan, go over there and talk to that guy in that booth.
As long as you walk me over there, game on.
And then I'll give you my business cards, and you can hand it. I'm Andy with Clean Lawn Care. I got 10,000 subscribers, over 1.8 million views on YouTube. I'd love to maybe review your mower.
Yeah, but who's counting? No, I am excited to see you guys, because seriously, it's because I remember when I first really started getting into the lawn. You know what I mean? At first I was like, yeah, I'll just pick up a couple properties, whatever. Then I was like, all right, let's see where this goes. So then you just spend hours just next video.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh my gosh. It got to the point where it's like my wife would probably come home and be like, "Jeez, put the phone down.
Why are you watching dudes mow?"
White? It's just stripes. You know what I mean? But
no, but they're good.
Yeah, they're the straightest stripes ever. Shut up.
Yeah, but, I picked up that Big League Lawn stripe kit from Danny.
God, I'm just like, he needs a roller on the back. You know what I mean?
Here's the way I looked at it.
Goodness, that just seems like, gosh,
yeah.
dang it. My
mower stripes the crap out of anything that's legit grass. But the minute it's like one of those weeded properties, it just doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
So the reason I'm running down my mower now is because I can take those crap properties and it will stripe them. Because everyone in those neighborhoods is like, I ain't never seen a stripe in my life.
We don't even have grass. You know what I mean? They're like, we're a clover field over here.
Motion at my front doorbell. Hold on a second. Let me check out my cameras. See who's there. Probably Randy with G4 Outdoors. He was supposed to come over there. Do it, Pete, and repeat questions, commentating around the booths. I might, dude. Anybody got any game changers? Any game changers in here?
It will be exciting to finally meet a lot of the guys I do have seen on YouTube and talk to, and
yeah, man,
whatever. Not just be like, oh, sweet comment on your video. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's like
it's always kind of, you feel like that kid. Hey, man, I watch all your videos, man. I like the stuff you do.
Yeah, you look different in person.
I want to be that guy, just kind of be a D for no reason. Like, yeah, hey, I watch all your videos, man. They're great. Why?
but today, you know what I mean? I posted last night on Instagram that few of you
I saw it this morning when I woke up.
Yeah, so it's even something like that, I'm just posting it, well, for one, it's part of the thing, but it's literally you shared that post, you know what I mean? And then Brian Law Maintenance shared that post, and it's just the comment,
yeah.
I was like, holy, my phone was just blowing up like crazy. And it took me back, you know what I mean? Because I was like, I even told my wife, I was like, this is freaking sweet though. You know what I mean? People are just leaving some good stuff on the comments.
And that's what's hard for people to understand. I cannot stand it when someone says, hey man, will you share this? Hey man, will you subscribe to this?
Yeah.
I don't like that. The reason I shared what you did is because I liked it. It was good. So I'm like, I'm going to share this. This is awesome.
Yeah.
That's how it works. That's how it works.
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to share my stuff unless they want to.
Yeah. Because it was just I was getting, comments from guys obviously people now following me and stuff, but leaving comments. And then I also got a lot of DMs that were like, dude, I'm in the same freaking boat you are. Thanks for putting that out there, because it brought, into retrospect, some people are out there working, 16-hour days to try and do something but just to get the support from, the community. I'm telling you, when people talk about, the lawn care community, whatever, but it's real. There's a lot of people out there to back you up on it.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I'm not here to hate or dislike anything. Yeah. There's a lot of channels out there I don't like, but I'm not going to talk about them. I'm not going to be like, hey, this channel sucks. Go and subscribe. I'm about the people doing stuff I like. I like the content you post. That's why you're on this live with me.
Appreciate that.
I remember you from Snapchat from before that. But
yeah.
Out there on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? You're telling me a story. You're giving me some good B-roll. You're giving me, it doesn't even have to be good B-roll. You're just giving me some sort of B-roll. You're giving me something that's similar to what I'm doing. So I respect it and I like it.
Trying to do everything I can with a GoPro. Sometimes, it's a camera, whatever, but
dude, anything that pretty much has to do with mowing, I'm using a GoPro.
Yeah.
I don't want to get my good cameras dirty. Yeah. What the hell? That's what the GoPro's for.
Right.
If I'm
wanting to do some cool, like take for, you know, if I want to do some just cool stuff where it's like a stationary thing, or like if I'm going to be doing a review, you know what I mean? I want like a good camera where it's like I can blur out that background. You know what I mean? Like with a lens where I can blur out that back, like giving like that good quality. That's like that's a big reason for wanting like we were talking about earlier, upgrading cameras. Just like I want to get into the product review thing, so it's like I want to be able to bring like some sweet like visual of, you know, what I'm doing and everything, not just have everything be in focus and, you know, right along with it. But
I mean, it makes a big difference, man. It's a lot easier. There's two things. Give me a story, obviously, when it comes to certain content. But if you're talking about reviews, it's your knowledge about what you're talking about and the quality you're putting into the content you're doing.
Yeah.
So if you're caring about what you're doing, I'm going to give it enough, you know, time to care about what you're talking about to watch the video.
Yeah.
But when the guy just, and I don't knock it, because people use whatever you can.
Yeah.
Use whatever you can. But if I'm watching a video, like on, say, the new BR800, I'm not going to watch the dude who just pulled out a cell phone and shaking. He's like, hey, man, here it is. And it's like a 1-minute video. Like, you're not going to do that.
Yeah.
And companies, because it's a brand. Your brand is what you make of it, is the way I look at it. I mean, I'm not a company, so I can't speak for them. But if I was a company wanting to, you know, have people look at my product and possibly do videos on it, I want to make sure they're giving a crap about what they're doing, trying to put forth the utmost effort and making quality content, doing quality videos.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
And then you got some people who are just really good at reviews. Their knowledge is impeccable, so they can talk about anything and give you, like Danny's one of those people. He does so much research. I'm not a researcher. I don't care, but he can tell you the horsepower and kilowatt power of anything ever made. Like, he can tell me more about my equipment than I know about it.
Yeah.
Because he absorbs this information and he can give you these numbers. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
I do residential lawns, but I want to start commercial properties. Where do you recommend how to start? How I start or how? If you want to do commercial properties, the main thing you need to focus on, if you do not have it already, is be licensed and insured. And you're going to definitely want to know what your tax ID number is, because the majority of commercial people and some residential people can, if they have like a home business, claim you on your taxes. Yeah, they'll claim you on your on their taxes.
Yep.
So that's all you really need to know. So if you make up maybe a small folder talking about the services you provide, and also have that listed when you approach these commercial properties. I am licensed, I am insured, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. Yeah. That's what I would do.
Because especially like the insured, because I mean, you know, if you're not able to cut, you know, I cut mine commercial property in the evening when there's no one there. Because I do not want to be, you know, I don't want to be blowing right up against someone's car, you know what I mean? But you definitely want to make sure you're insured, because that's the last thing you want to get involved in.
And all the things I think about in business from my standpoint is what I would do. I'm not going to hire a tree dude if he's not licensed and insured. So I wouldn't hire the lawn care guy if he's not licensed and insured. So in my state, I don't think you have to be licensed and insured to be a sole proprietor for lawn care, but I'm making sure my clients know that I take what I'm doing seriously enough to be licensed and insured.
Yep. And that's another thing, you know, if you're talking, you know, if someone talks to you about price, be like, be like, oh, this guy said he'd do it for this. Well, he's probably doesn't pay into insurance, and he's probably not going to be here in 2 years because he's just wanting to get some cash in his pocket, and that's it, you know?
That was always some of the conversations I would love. It depends on the client. If they were just like a D, like a horrible person, like, oh, the last guy did it for $25. Like, where's the last guy at? Why aren't you having him do it still?
Yeah. Why are you? Yeah.
Oh, he quit showing up, or you fired him because he sucked, right? Am I right? That's one of those.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, you get that a lot. I can't stand hearing it. And I was like, all right, I'll see you later.
Yep.
I got eight other voicemails from this morning that I got to go through.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Absolutely.
20 people watching now. We're going down fast. How long have we been on? I don't even know how long we've been on. An hour and a half. The game's going to start soon.
Yeah.
So, guys, I'm going to give it maybe 15 more minutes. Got some people in here watching. If you have any more questions about maybe the GIE Expo, any more questions for Dylan or myself, go ahead and ask them. But, yeah, man, like I said, you got my number. I'm going to be down there Tuesday through Saturday. Hit me up. you want to do something, if you want to hang out at the GIE, we'll do some stuff.
Yeah.
Gravely contacted me. I believe they're giving me 25 hats to give away. So I'll be going to the booth sometime and I'll share something, be giving away some hats and stuff.
Yay. Hey, if you guys do come find me, I have 20 shirts I'm bringing down with me. Spread them out through the thing, and also like 50 koozies coming down. And also I'll have my cameras with me. So
there you go.
You guys see me come up, say, hey, throw you a shirt possibly in a koozie and get you in. If you got YouTube, whatever, plug it in there. I know I'm not a huge channel, but still, it's just fun to collaborate.
Something I would recommend for you, and it's just food for thought. It's something I messed up the first year I went down there, is I just tried to do one big vlog of the GIE Expo. Horrible idea. Just like you said, you don't have time to make videos. So when you're down there, do dedicated videos on everything you want to do dedicated videos on, and that's all content you'll have to post every 3 days. So if you just did one video on the Hustler booth, one video at the Gravely booth, one video at SureCan, one video, compile all that stuff, stockpile it so you can release it when you want to.
Yep.
It'll give you way more content.
Yep, absolutely. Gosh, and plus that would just going through all that footage. I mean, you know what I mean? If you just make one huge, it's like, goodness gracious. It's a lot of video.
I said the same thing to Danny last year, and he went with us. He's like, man, I'm just going to turn the GoPro on and go. He didn't even use that footage because I'm like, it's 3 hours straight that you have to go through. I'm like, who would do this?
Yeah, just a bunch of people's heads. You know what I mean? Everyone walking. Yeah, that's what I plan on doing.
make a bunch of little 5-minute videos and then edit them up.
Brian said on his Brian's Lawn Maintenance says, you know, in his video about the GIE, is like making a schedule of like people you want to hit. You know what I mean? Like, because it's like an overwhelming thing. There's so much going on. So that's what I'm definitely going to do, is like the people that I use, you know what I mean? Some people I want to collaborate with, you know, company wise, like definitely going to hit them, and definitely like have I want to hit them first. So that way it's like the next day or two, I can just freelance, you know what I mean? Just whatever.
And bring an empty backpack because there's a ton of free stuff.
Oh, my brother-in-law has actually let me use his. He just went to California for.
Be that dude with the big red Santa Claus sack. Just get the shirts, man.
Yeah, bring a little red wagon with me, pulling everything around. But he went to California for a strongman show. This is his second pro strongman show. We went out to California. Well, he took his camera with him, and he bought this backpack that's sick. It has like all the, you know, which you may have one, but it has like, you know, slots for everything and all that. So yeah, taking that with me. So
I was gonna I'm bringing my tactical backpack anyway, just because I always carry one. It has a bunch of stuff in it. Yeah, I gotta check to see what the carry states are, because I might even bring my gun. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Louisville it's sketch, dude. It's like downtown St. Louis, Kansas City. Like it's not the most pleasant area in the world.
Yep. Yeah, I used to actually deliver down when I was on nights. I did like more like out of state kind of stuff, and I did deliver downtown Louisville and everything. But there's some like one of my like it was kind of weird, but like one of the places I did deliver was the Greyhound downtown. Yeah, well, I'd hit there at like 4 a.m, and I'm like,
oh my god, I'm not getting
you know, this dude that does not fit in.
No, I get sunburned in the moonlight. Yeah,
and I'm like, I'm just like running, just trying to get his, you know what I mean? Because people are coming up like, hey man, you need help, and I'm like, let me get some. Yeah, let me get some. And I'm like, just give me like 10 minutes, man. Let me get out of here. But yeah, I agree though. That's not a bad idea though.
Yeah, for sure. Like I was saying, tactical backpack. It's heavy. Like, and that's one of the things about the GIE. You're on your feet a lot, man. Try to limit yourself some weight. Yeah, probably like the stuff you carry. But I'm just gonna make Randy carry all my stuff anyways. He's gonna carry everything, my shirt, my clothes. I'm gonna be naked just walking around, like carry my stuff, man. Yeah, do it. Loincloth. Camera on a selfie stick, spin. Yeah, man, you want the attention, man. That's what you do on your back 360 view. Or be that guy who messed, like go test drive one of the Bobcats and just run it through the barricade. I'm like, dude, you see what Solo Cuts did, man? Your stockpile goes up. I did it for God, what was his name? Eclipse Lawn Care, when he hopped on the Dixie chopper and went full whiskey throttle, dude. I'm like, you're going on the channel, bro. I'm like, that's great, man.
Hey,
thank you. That made me laugh. I'm making a video about it.
Absolutely. Did someone share on like the I don't know if you follow the Facebook GIE page or whatever. Someone shared a video of like someone driving a tractor downtown, like it was stolen from the GIE. I don't know if this is the same thing, and I don't know if maybe it's just like a viral video of something else. But I'm just like, he's got the balls. I don't know if I can say it on here, but
I think so. Whatever you want.
He's got the balls to just drive this thing downtown. You know what I mean? There's cops chasing him and everything.
I think it was 2 or 3 years ago. Seth, the lawn surgeon, always runs sit down zero turns. He tried using a stander for the first time, and he went through like Gravely's barricade.
Like,
take
it off there. Yeah.
Come on back, what?
Yeah.
You got a 34-inch compact? I can't run this thing.
Yeah. But yeah, it is exciting, though. I'm definitely excited. It's been a long time coming. Finally got the time off for work. So,
yeah, man, it looks like the weather's going to be good, too. I was checking their weather down there, and it looks just like 60s and sunny, man. No rain.
Yep. That'll be
the second year I went, it was just muddy and rainy. Last year was pretty good. So hopefully this year's pretty good, too.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. No comments. 21 people. 21 people that should go follow or subscribe, whatever you want to call it. Solo Cuts. Link in the description, man. He's doing good stuff. I like what he's doing. I'm sure you guys will like what he's doing. Similar to the kind of stuff I put out, man. He'll give you some B-roll. He'll give you a story. He'll talk about his day, share his struggles and what he's doing in life, and just give you his opinion on what he's doing, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's getting close to that time, man. You got anything you want to say to these people?
Thanks, you guys, for tuning into this. Thank you, Andy, for letting me on here. I know it's been a couple weeks trying to get on here and finally save some time to get on here, but I definitely appreciate you having me on here. Hopefully we can do it again, and look forward to seeing everyone down there at the GIE.
Yeah, for sure. And usually, like I said, Sunday is usually not the best for the lives. A lot of people got other stuff going on. Saturday night really good, but it's still a pretty good turnout, man. I appreciate you getting on here, man.
Yes, sir.
I don't care who it is. I just like BSing with people. Let's just talk. I don't want to talk about lawn care all the time. Let's talk about Halo and stuff, you know?
Exactly. Absolutely. Yeah.
So you only got a 3-hour drive down there, don't you?
Yeah, only a 3-hour drive. I mean, and it's an easy drive. It's like 2 highways. And you know what I mean? I just get on one highway for a while, then another one, and then it's there. So, yep. So it's not bad. So
I get an 8-hour nap.
Gosh, I don't which, I mean, you know,
some people, I mean, I was meeting people that came down there from like Montreal, Canada, like an 18-hour drive. I'm like, wow. Dude, he brought me a little thing of Canada syrup. A little thing of syrup. I'm like, dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. That's a haul. But I mean, hey, you know what I mean? If it's like, especially if it's like, you know, you just want to go one time and see what it's like, then you know what I mean? Especially if you get a good group of guys probably to go down there together and make a trip of it, then it'd be worth it, you know.
Guys, did you watching those videos on Danny's, like when Randy was driving us back and me and him were rocking those wigs and just jamming out, dude? God, you should have seen the look on some of these people's faces. It was great.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. So if you get a good group of guys that can actually, you can entertain each other and make it enjoyable. Now, if you're riding 18 hours by yourself, it's like, there's another.
God, that's difficult, man.
That'd be tough. That'd be real tough. Absolutely.
Something I need to do. I mean, since it is an 8-hour drive, I might try to find a couple things along the way. See if there's some places like, man, you got to stop and try the food here. Like, see if I can find some of those places.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you would. Definitely.
The world's biggest ball of yarn or something. Whatever the hell's on the whole road trip.
Take a selfie with it. Just
Nobody cares, but you're acting like you're super excited. Like, dude, I kind of want to get the lighter out. Just let this thing blaze.
Let it go. Let it go.
Where's the gasoline at?
Put that on YouTube. Like, hey, let's throw it up on this.
Burning the world's largest ball of mud.
Yeah.
Tyler, what's up, man? Thanks for putting yourselves out there for those of us that will stay on this side of the lens. Yeah, man, no problem, man. I love sharing my story, A, because I'm a narcissist and I am obsessed with myself, and B, because I know there's a lot of people just like me out there, just like Dylan does. He knows there's a lot of people out there like him. And there was a moment in my time when I was doing lawn care and I felt like no one else was doing what I'm doing. And I'm like, who is there any of us? And then you get on YouTube and you're like, dude, there's a lot of people in my situation, dude. This is giving me some motivation. This person's succeeding. So that's what I'm doing, man. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. And that's where it is. Well, guys, we've been on here for about an hour and a half. I got the Chiefs game getting ready to start, and I got to watch that. I think I might even have some cheese puffs calling my name upstairs.
I got
some Doritos. Who is Matt LaMarche? What's going on, Matt LaMarche, aka Porsche Central? Matt, are you going to the GIE Expo? I don't know how far behind the delay is. I haven't seen anything Matt LaMarche related because I do not do Snapchat anymore. Every time I turn on my phone, I have like 85 notifications. I just don't even click it. Snapchat's nothing. Nah, he's not going. Well, that's cool. I don't have to deal with you this year. That's awesome. He's always trying to give me a hug, and I'm not talking about a regular one. Mouth hug is weird. Yeah, man. But guys, Matt, I appreciate you coming super late at the end of it. Go subscribe to Solo Cuts since you came in super late, man. Like I said, we got Dylan with Solo Cuts. Make sure you guys go check out his channel for sure if you made it this far in the video. But guys, we are going to get off here. I have a football game to watch, and I hate football. It's just the fact that we're like 5-0. That's the only reason I'm watching it. I'm going to eat some Doritos. I'm going to drink some more Coca-Cola. That's how you say it if you're from Mexico. Coca-Cola.
It's a huge sponsor for this channel.
It is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Let me see here. Vagisil. Today's episode.
Oh, like off of me, myself, and Irene.
No, Saturday Night Live. The women's sports commentators, or they're like, yeah, she's the best at bowling. Let's take a break here for our sponsor.
Yeah,
and he's like, Vagisil. I scream, you scream, we all scream for vagina cream. That's Vagisil. It's like. He's like, I hate my job.
Oh, man.
It's great. But, guys, we're getting off here. I got a football game watch. Shout out to Dylan with Solo Cuts. I can only comment 5 times a minute. It's because I blocked you.
Oh. Cut him off.
Appreciate you guys. And like I said, man, GIE Expo next week. I'm going to get some videos up. I'm taking the laptop. So hopefully I can get some videos up while I'm down there. We'll see. It just depends on what interests me. Hopefully there's some cool stuff. There usually is. It's the GIE Expo. Guys, we're out. I will see you in the next one. Go ahead and sign us off, man.
Peace.